where you at in the head?
How much money? What you say? How much money do I need to make to make you happy?
Uh-huh.
Coño, mijo. Let me tell you, brother, you're setting yourself up, bro. Because
you'll know.
Again, Beba, I know you're here somewhere. Sorry, I'm not trying to disrespect you, but you know, they're gonna just throw in. They don't know how to count. They're gonna throw a number. You better make 125,000. They can't even. If I give them a piece of paper and pen, they can't write 125,000. What it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boys back here, the BES Podcast, the best sports podcast
in the world.
I don't know what to tell you guys anymore. I told you our third co-host is just a busy man.
Yeah.
All right? I'll say this for the last time.
Seriously.
Yesterday's price is not today's price, man.
No.
It just really isn't. All right? But shout out to EJ. Hope everything is well. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Obviously, we'll see how scheduling goes.
Yeah.
My boy is just out and about. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. To the right of me, once again, gang, I'm going to get back to my BS with you, but I'm going to just keep it plain and simple. All right? Everyone's favorite champion first baseman, Eli Ben Rice Vasquez. Round of applause for Eli. Yes, sir. Gang, how do we feel?
Good, man. My legs are...
My leg?
Legs, man. They're... I don't know how people played in dunks. I was playing with...
You never changed your shoes yesterday?
I didn't change them.
Mistake number one.
I didn't change them, and boy, my legs are hurting. That little curl left, right.
Yeah, you were basically playing flat-footed. You were playing no-footed.
You
might as well just play barefooted.
Barefooted, yeah. It was
Oh, no, you went through it.
I'm going through it now.
Your knees, your calves, your hammy. I know everything. You're going through it.
Yeah, my knees for sure.
Yeah, bro. Let me tell you something. Due to experience, protect those knees, brother.
Yeah.
Protect those knees. It's your favorite dad, your boy, Nefty, the man that makes fat look sexy. All right. Welcome to episode 72, everybody. We have... I know we've been kind of gracing you guys with the hour episodes, hour 12. I can't promise you that this is going to be an hour-long podcast. Maybe an hour and a half. We'll try to squeeze it in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But we feel, there is a lot to talk about. And I am not going to waste any more time. We are going to get right into it. And at the top of our docket.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Oh, say, can you see USA basketball, both teams end up grabbing gold, beating both men and women France national basketball teams.
Yeah.
Kudos, congratulations to both teams, okay? Both men and women, right? Eli, you watched both games?
I did.
Any takeaways?
Well, let's hit the men's first.
Okay, pause.
Wemby, man,
Wembyana.
Boy, oh boy, that boy was giving them a problem. I promise you, I saw something. They're like, yeah, they just started the dark villain role for him because boy, he was a problem. He did his thing. It got really chippy. They looked like they had the game, but hey, last 2 minutes, Steph was like, nah, I got this. And it was 4 straight threes to close out.
4.
4.
Not 1. Not 2. Not 3. Not 5.
He went stupid. But for the team, I do want to get a shout out to Booker. I want to give a shout out to Booker. Only because I know people see him as, all he does is shoot. All he does is get to his spots. He's just a mid-range pulley. I think he got minutes because he did all the little things. Boxing out, pressing on defense, being a pest. And then knocking down shots. So I got to give a shout out to Booker because I'm like, why is he getting so much minutes? And yeah, LeBron, KD, they're doing their thing, but I'm like, why are you in the game? And I'm like, I see it. You're switching. You're getting gritty. You're getting rebounds. I'm like, I see why you're in the game. So shout out to him. And I know we want to get into the whole debacle about that, but we'll leave it for the women's.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just about to be like, hey, yo, Caitlin Clark, they done fudged up.
Yeah.
They almost fudged up, because, boy.
I know you were throwing the first pitch in New York, but how fast can you get to Paris?
Seriously, because they needed some help. They missed a lot of layups, a crap ton of layups. I know it was very, hey, when you play for the Olympics, they let a lot of things slide.
Yeah.
So defensively, a little bit of holding, a little bit of tugging, like,
rules is a little different.
I'd like it. I'm with it. But you could tell that it was getting to Team USA. I'm going to give shout out to Plum. She hit a lot of key shots. I'm going to give a shout out to Sabrina. So when she got in the game late in that third quarter, she was able to facilitate and get the ball moving. And I do want to give a shout out to, obviously, the woman from France, number 15.
Tough.
Boy, oh boy.
Tough.
That fourth quarter, she took every big shot. Obviously, she pulled the KD and was a little bit too close over the line for that last minute buzzer beater. Shout out to her, man, because she was one foot away from tying the game, pushing it to overtime. So
talk about
shout out to France,
channeling your inner KD. That big toe of yours. Nah, man, you hit it on the nail for both of them. Congrats to both the men's and women's USA national basketball teams.
Yeah.
We needed those because China's playing tough in the gold department.
Yeah, we ended up even. 40 apiece.
So there's no more. That's it.
That's it. 40 apiece.
Now, do we own like the tiebreaker because we have more overall, or?
I think so. I think we have 121 or 126, if I'm not mistaken, to their 91, 92. So overall, I think we got 24 silver, 24 bronze. So they're a little under that. So overall medals, I think they said it was the third highest of USA for medals.
Altogether. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Canada.
Man, oh man, what?
Canada loses to France, right? Now, this was a couple games back, so Canada they couldn't even contend for the bronze.
No.
Right? I'm only bringing this up for this reason, right?
They got beat by France.
All that hoopla about Canada is coming, about USA need to watch out, Dylan Brooks out here doing Dylan Brooks things, right? Canada, you now took 2 big L's this year. One in the rap industry and one in the basketball industry. I need you Canadians to pipe down for the rest of the year.
Not the year.
It is done for y'all. I don't want to hear about basketball. I don't want to hear about rap. Hip hop is whatever, because I haven't listened to any of the songs, but the Canadian, I've heard that he's dropping some good music. I'll leave that for y'all.
I was bumping that this morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave y'all to that. I'm gonna leave that to y'all. All right. All that hoopla about this Canada men's basketball team, and I'm like, man. And one of my boys, shout out to him that I work with at my job. I was about to say where I work. That was kind of crazy. He said it from the jump. He said, yo, I don't know what people say in Canada. They're not going to do much. And you know what he told me straight up? I'm not trying to throw this in your face. I'm just saying this is what he said. He's like, Ray, listen, I get it. I know who's playing over there in stats, this, that, and the third. But my eye test told me differently. And I did not see Canada going this. He didn't even see Canada going that far. He didn't think like they were going to make it that far. Damn. That's how poorly he saw them. And I guess it showed. We didn't really anticipate this. I know a lot of us, or the whole world, thought like we were going to see Canada.
Yeah, they're going to make a push.
Yeah, at least in the top 3.
Yeah.
But whatever, Canada, just take a seat for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I mean, was it true what what's his name said about Murray? Was that
Who said what about Murray?
Oh my God, OKC
Shea
say about Murray? Was that like a
that he was trash or something? He said something crazy.
he said, I don't know if he said this, but I
Mm-hmm.
saw it on Instagram, and he was just saying like, because he wore two, he's like, two put his heart out there. I don't know about four. Four was Murray.
Oh.
And then he was like, it's crazy. He's like, I'm Batman, and obviously he's Robin, and he needed Joker or whatever. And I was just like, that is gross.
Mm.
That is gross.
Who did Denver beat Oklahoma in the playoffs this past season? This past playoff? No. I thought maybe there was something there.
Nah, yeah, I'm surprised he went at him.
Really? Hey, y'all gonna have to figure that one out. That has nothing to do with us on this side. I'm gonna let y'all not like us, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, man.
Just pipe down for the rest of the year, Canada. It's okay. You can't even do nothing in baseball either. That Toronto's Blue Jays bullpen is trash. Shout out to DR.
Golly.
I want to give a shout out to DR for grabbing their first gold medal of all time. Shout out to Miss Paulino, I think is her last name. Shout out to her, man. Hometown, not even home country. Hometown.
From your house.
Hometown. About to fly out to DR tomorrow. Shout out to them.
For the
just a quick shout out. Like I told you guys, we're gonna keep on moving because there's a lot of things we need to talk about. We are going to go back to the USA men's basketball team and touch upon a few storylines that were going on throughout the tournament, and most importantly, the last few games. After the champion or the gold medal game match, there's been a lot of Steph Curry over MJ talks, and I'm not talking about 23. I'm talking about Magic Johnson. So, there's been talks for years. Oh, Steph's the best shooter. No, we're going to have Steph as the best point guard. And I'm not just going to pinpoint the old heads. I'm not going to say it's the old heads saying it, because a few people from the newer generation, our generation, was also like, let's pump the brakes. Magic Johnson, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
After, now, this has nothing to do with the NBA. But for some reason, this is catapulting Steph Curry over Magic Johnson as the best point guard of all time. Do we agree or disagree?
Bro, I'm sitting on the fence, man. Because people are always gonna describe what the point guard role is, and people always want to be on the fence about that. Look, I'm gonna be honest. If I got Steph on my team, I'm gonna be all right. But I understand the people to be like, Magic Johnson opens the floor for everybody else. But what we're not gonna say is that Stephen Curry doesn't open up the floor for everybody else.
Right.
He just does it differently. He does it with the shooting ability, pushing up the defense, making them guard him from 50 feet out. So he extends the defense, which is very hard to do. And I get it. Magic Johnson was flashy. We needed him. He was a spark to the NBA at the time. But we got to understand, the NBA is growing. And it's not just growing in the States. It's growing outside, obviously, watching the Olympics. Steph is doing things that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what he did in the Olympics, it's just a token in itself. You know, he's already got 4 chips. He's got his MVP. What more can you say? He's the best shooter of all time.
Unanimous MVP, by the way.
What more can you say about him? You know what I mean? Me talking about this, I'm rocking one boy Steph.
Okay. You're hitting really good points. I as of now, I have nothing to really argue with you about. I'm just one of those guys that I'm trying to push it forward. There's no disrespect to any of the MJs, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, any of them. I saw a post today talking about we're done with 90s basketball. LeBron, literally, this is what it said. LeBron's better than Jordan. Steph is better than Johnson. KD's better than Bird. Literally, that's what it says.
Damn.
And I'm just like, damn, okay, we're here, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it's done. Right? And I'm on that boat, but I'm not on that boat. I don't do the disrespect unless it's like the 70s, 60s, or 50s. I don't really care for that type of basketball. Those are worse than plumbers. Like, plumbers could probably beat that competition, but I'm not here to argue that. But I don't want to be like the old heads from the 90s or early 2000s. I don't want to argue with my son talking about, oh, I don't know, I'm just going to use Cooper Flag. Oh, Cooper Flag is not better than MJ, knowing damn well that the competition is probably going to get better.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Cooper Flag, not MJ, LeBron. I'm not saying Cooper Flag is going to be better or not than LeBron, but we need to start acknowledging that right now, basketball right now is way better than the basketball in the 90s.
Yeah.
And that has to get or be taken into consideration when we have the GOAT debates that everybody wants to have, right? So, MJ, Magic Johnson, no disrespect. Amazing player. You're a legend, Hall of Fame, etc., etc., etc. I'm giving Steph the crown. We got to progress the game. Okay? I'm pretty sure in your era, you guys didn't want to hear about what Bill Russell did. You guys were talking about Olajuwon and Shaq and all them boys. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. And again, you guys might have still gave Bill, what's the other guy, Wilt, and all those guys their props, but nah, you guys moved on to that and said, "Now we got Shaq, we have Olajuwon, we have Robinson, like we have them boys. I don't want to hear about what Wilt did in the '80s or whatever." You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing here. Yeah, I respect what you guys did then. I respect the early 2000s.
Yeah,
but we are here, and it is what it is, right? I also don't do goats. I do them by positions, even though this is kind of having that conversation, but. Moving on. I already said that they had LeBron better than the other MJ, KD better than Bird, right? I think these guys, how can I explain this? Legacies were already cemented, but does this put LeBron and KD now in Olympic great conversations?
I mean, it has to be. You know, KD now has 4
gold medals.
Correct.
Only USA men's basketball player to have 4 gold medals, because LeBron has 4 medals. They're just not all gold.
Yeah, he's got.
Melo has 4. They're just not all gold. Yeah. So KD has 4 gold medals,
and KD also holds the title for
most points.
Mm-hmm. So, how do you not have these two as the GOATs for USA? I mean, we all know that Carmelo has something to say about that too.
Yeah.
But watching from the whatever, my Bob, the start from the USA, mm-hmm. LeBron has literally carried them, and I don't want to say carry them.
Yeah.
He's been the coach. He's literally being on the floor, directing traffic. Honestly, just doing what he does best and just playing chess with everyone in there. Like, everyone got a little bit of touch. He knew when he had to go ahead and attack, when to facilitate, when to apply pressure. Stuff like that against premier players. Yeah. We're talking about top talent. We're talking about at the age of 39, LeBron is still holding the torch against 12 NBA top tier basketball players. And they look to him like, what we doing?
And he's 40.
And he's freaking 40. So, yes, he has to be one of the GOATs up there, because there's no way at age 40 years old he's out here. Hold that.
Yeah.
I got this, So he directed traffic, and look, Steph showed up late to the party, but when he showed up in Paris,
yeah,
that boy was an excitement.
What did Ann said? Ann said, "Yo, he just showed up 2 days ago."
Boy,
he just hopped off the flight 2 days ago.
And hey,
yeah, no, kudos for them. They definitely have to be considered greats. KD, listen, your stat line, your achievement says it all. If we have the whole KD Melo debate, Mhm. I have something else to say, but we'll leave it at that because that's not. Yeah, that's not what we're having today. But shout out to them. Shout out to all three of them. Shout out to all of them. And I think what's kind of cool though, it's like everyone's talking about them.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not saying they're being disrespectful, but you mentioned that Devin Booker was doing his job, right?
100%.
Anthony Edwards, there's a few games that without him, USA might have not won. Might have. I'm saying might have not won. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's other players here and that on that team. I know against Serbia, he had a few mistakes here and there, but what's his name? Embiid had a few clutch shots.
100%.
And there's there's non-statistical things that don't get put on the stat sheet that Embiid did. Like when he was on the floor, because he was hitting certain clutch shots, that's a presence that now Serbia has to worry about, which then allows Curry, Bron, KD to get open or whatever the case may be. Yeah. You know, all them boys did their job.
Drew.
A lot of them. We're gonna get into Drew and the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
But once again, shout out to them, and
I also
shout out to those greats.
I'm gonna give one more shout out to LeBron.
Yeah.
No, I haven't really heard anyone talk about it, but there is no way in hell at age 39, LeBron James is guarding the Joker.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
When you watch him guard Joker on that run, there's no way, bro. Yeah, he said he's beating us.
I got it.
I'ma check him.
Yeah, I got it.
And boy, oh boy, we know what happened. But I want to give a shout out to LeBron. At any circumstance where hey, I need to defend, I need to go get a bucket, I need to go swing this ball. My boy did it. Shout out to you.
On to the last narrative that's been going on for the USA men's basketball team. There's been a lot of talks about players getting the DNPs. And then there were, and I feel like those talks are coming back up. There's a lot of talks about a certain player that probably should have been on this team and didn't end up being on this team. Obviously, I'm talking about Jason Tatum. Obviously, I'm talking about Jaylen Brown. Now, on our docket, I have Celtics conspiracy, so there's more to it because there was also Drew Holiday playing, and then Derek White also ended up being picked as Kawhi Leonard's substitute, while everybody thought it should have been Jaylen Brown. Now, that being said, do you think, because I know what I think. Do you think there's something happening here? Do you think it's only a Kerr thing? Do you think it's an NBA thing? Do you think anything at all?
I'm gonna put it to you like this. I don't know. I'm gonna need to hear what's his Celtics conspiracy, because if we're just gonna talk about why the hell that Jason Tatum didn't play, I'm with you. I don't understand why the hell he didn't play. Do I understand why friggin' Jaylen Brown wasn't on the team? No, I don't understand. Well, we all know the whole Nike situation. So that could be a thing why he's not on the team. Derek White then goes ahead and gets more minutes than Jason Tatum. That I don't understand. Only because he went to Tokyo and he balled out with KD. And he was basically that 1-2 punch when he was there. Mm-hmm. So you go ahead, win a championship, and you are going to the Olympics, and you go ahead, not even on the 10-man, you get a DNP coming off the chip. First team. No one on the freaking squad is first team. He's first team with a chip. No play. None.
Tough.
Drew, mega minutes.
What?
Mega minutes.
Huh.
White got more playing time than Jason Tatum. I'm not, and no disrespect to him because he played his role.
Yeah, they both kind of did. I ain't gonna lie,
but boy, yo, you couldn't get 5 minutes from my boy.
But that's
you couldn't get 5. Yo, 5 minutes, bro. It's running clock. It's running clock, 5 minutes. That I don't understand. That I'm like, bro, there's a lot of disrespect that's thrown around, and I don't like it because I love JT. I'm happy he finally got his chip, and it was like, yo, we gonna pump the brakes on that whole squad. And I really, really hope that JT takes it personal, Jaylen Brown take it personal, and run it back next year. Okay. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna remember this. Hold that, because when I go back to back, I'm gonna need to hear you again.
Yeah, all y'all talking about JT was taking different people's like celebrations and swagger at the end of the chip. If they win a chip, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna look straight into the camera and be like, "What y'all gonna say now?"
Facts.
Right. All right. This is why I think there's a conspiracy. Right. Now the Kerr conspiracy thing I don't get because literally 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you beat the Celtics to win the chip. So what's the hate?
Yeah.
You know, what is the hate? Except for I did end up searching a little bit. I found out that at some point this season, I think the last game or the only game they played against each other, the Celtics won like 128 to like 80.
Dang.
Or some shit like that. Right? So they blew them out the water. I don't know. That's still not enough for me for Kerr to say, yeah, I'm gonna not allow you to play, right? The other thing that I don't get either, you mentioned Devin Booker doing his thing. He was getting rebound steals. When JT was on the floor, the one I think his last game that he played or whatever it was, he had 10 points, 10 rebounds. I'm a 3. I played a 3. I got 10 rebounds. We're on a team with Joel Embiid. We got Davis. We got Adebayo. I have 10 rebounds. And I get a DMP? Or multiple DMPs? Right? Now, he's also not the only one. I know Halliburton also got DMPs, but let me tell you, Halliburton is taking it very well. He does not give a fuck that he did not play. He's out there. He literally posted, I think it was on his IG or Twitter, talking about when your group gets an A and you did absolutely nothing.
Yo, I'm going to keep it a buck, bro. He's great. Halliburton is great. Yeah. He's great. But he also understands that everyone that's on there pretty much is above him. Besides Derek White, and it could be a toss-up there too.
Yeah.
But importance level to playing, I feel like he knew.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like, if I would be there and be like, I'll take a back seat and have fun in Paris. I'll take this gold real quick. But it's different from Halliburton and JT. Like, it's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow on that one.
Right. So, they can't give me that the production's not there because when he was on the floor, he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right? I don't really follow the Kerr situation because, again, you guys beat them in the chip. I don't see what's the bad blood there. If you beat them, cool, you got daddy spanked during the season, but that was one game, and you didn't have to play them again in the playoffs. So I don't see what's really there, right? Now, you can call it maybe biasness because Kerr gets to play, but, again, you alluded to this. I don't see the biasness because if that's the case, then Drew and Derek shouldn't have got PT, and they did. So what is it with JT, right? Cool. Now let me get to the NBA conspiracy. The whole talk now is this is a good way to kind of once again put the wedge between JT and Brown. And this is what I mean. Now all the talks, right? And I see ya. A lot of people that I follow, I see the posts. People talking about what he said. Someone said Brunson should have been on here instead of this bench warmer. Brunson, first of all, Brunson broke his hand. Like, is Brunson okay to play? But he broke his hand, and all these dumbass Knicks fans are talking about, Brunson should have been. Bro, his hand is broken. And he's not better than JT. I don't care what any of y'all tell me.
No.
He is not better than JT. That can all suck my ass.
He would have been a liability on the team.
That's another thing. People, y'all talking about, Brunson should have been there. Bro, I have Steph Curry, okay? Way better point guard than Jalen Brunson.
100%.
Again, don't care what he did this season, right? I have Drew Holiday. Might be a better point guard, but he's definitely not a better defender.
Well, that's a fact.
And then I have Derek White. You couldn't have the argument that maybe he has more will than him, but no. Derek White just hustles more. It's just no.
The amount of steals was insane.
I don't want to hear it. Okay? If you want to argue, okay, maybe Halliburton, cool. But let me tell you something. If he would have got it over Halliburton, he would also be a bench warmer.
That's a fact.
Brunson would have also been a bench warmer. So y'all Knicks fans, I really don't want to disrespect you. You guys had an amazing season, and I hope you guys have more amazing seasons. I do want to see New York prosper, but do not slander my boy because your guy didn't get picked. There was a reason your guy didn't get picked. Okay? Same, and it should have been the same reason for Embiid. We all know Embiid was hurt. I don't understand why he got picked. And it kind of showed. Embiid was very slow out there when it comes to when it came to defense. But whatever. That's neither here nor there. Right? So again, it's this wedge. People are talking about, oh, he's getting all these DMPs. I know Jaylen Brown's probably home thinking about, wow, if he's not playing, I definitely would have got minutes of it. Hey, JB, I'm gonna be honest with you. You probably wouldn't have got minutes either. If they're doing that to JT, I'm not saying who's better and who's not between the two of you. They're gonna do it to you, brother.
Yeah.
Okay? That's number one. Number two, it's probably, I said this multiple times. Now, it doesn't make sense because obviously Drew Holiday and Derek White, they got mad PT, but they are not JT and JB.
Yeah.
People just hate Boston. You guys are the NBA champions. You're the two best players, the two highest paid players. This guy's on the cover of 2K. All NBA teams. The NBA is probably like, okay, we got to do something now.
Nah. Maybe. I don't know.
That's the only thing I can think of. Because to your point, you cannot give me a logical reason as to why JT has not one, not two, not three, and probably not 4, 5, 6 DNPs in this fucking Olympic tournament.
Yo, Steve Kerr didn't even have a logical response.
Steve Kerr, you bum ass bitch. And there's a conversation about Steve Kerr that I really want to have, and I'm going to wait for the EJ.
Yeah.
Because I have a strange feeling, no disrespect to you, EJ. EJ might defend Kerr, and I'm here to go to war. There's a conversation about Kerr that I'm going to have. But going back to this, you can't tell me as Steve Kerr, I'm looking down the bench and I go, you know what? I'm picking Derek White over JT. There's no logical reason.
Math wasn't math.
That game against Serbia, you can't tell me JT wouldn't have helped to win that game. A 6'10", two-way player. Who was defending Bogdanovic? I don't remember who defended Bogdanovic. Hey, JT, I'm putting you in the game. I need you to defend Bogdanovic. I just need you to use that 6'10", fucking 7-foot wingspan on this guy. That's all I need from you. The scoring, we got Steph, LeBron, KD. If you get a layup here and there, cool. I don't need you. Don't worry about scoring right now. Stop this guy.
Defend.
Use your height. I don't know. I mean, it might have been Drew. I don't know who defended. I forgot. But you can't tell me you couldn't use JT for that.
No, I agree. Bro, there were minutes he could have played within the game to help.
All these conspiracy, for all we know, incorrect. And there probably are. It's just people reaching, people trying to find ways as to. But the thing is, there has to be something there because I know this is like the 16th time I say it. There is just no logical reason why a player like Jason Tatum.
Yeah, it makes no sense, bro. When you add up everything, it doesn't make sense.
Yo, dog, it's not like
cover.
For example, if you got picked this year, and by you I mean Paolo Banchero, I think no offense to Paolo. If Paolo had this much DMPs, I think everybody would have been okay with. Yeah. Oh, no, it's okay. Whatever. Everyone's okay with Halliburton having all the DMPs. I don't think Halliburton played one game. No. And if he did, it was probably in the preliminary.
100%.
It is Jason.
Yeah, no.
First All-NBA team, Tatum.
This slander is crazy, bro. They didn't even give him the MVP, bro. And his numbers look pretty good.
And okay, but then now that's a slander to JB. NBA champion, highest paid player, Finals MVP. Don't get picked.
They know what they doing.
Hey, I'm going to say this. Eli already said it. I'm going to back him up and say it. If the Boston Celtics go back-to-back, I'm putting earplugs in. I don't want to hear it.
On some
Don't tell me
LeBron
about
James.
yeah. Don't tell me about cupcake. They didn't play nobody. Everybody was hurt. No. Do something about it. Do something about it.
Hey, yo, Knicks fans, do something.
And y'all almost lost or did lose or whatever. I don't
Nah,
know.
they did lose.
They
lost to the Pacers.
Exactly.
You lost to Halliburton.
Oh, nah, don't get me started. Don't get me started, right? Again, no disrespect, because I know the Knicks fans are going to hear this. They're going to come on my neck, and I actually don't care. I'm ready for y'all. But I'm actually rooting for y'all. I just don't like, and this is the issue with a lot of New York fan bases. We get on here and start talking about bullshit. Like, because we're New York, we just have to be the best. No,
Word.
bro. Last New York championship was when?
I don't even remember.
All right. We're going to move on.
The Giants got the latest one, right?
2011, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so it is you guys. I thought it was the Yankees in 09. I forgot about you guys. I'm supposed to forget. I'm supposed to forget.
That's a fact.
I'm supposed to forget. But that's what I'm saying. We are the highest payroll market.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 13 years since there have been a New York championship.
Yeah.
We are talking about the New York Football Giants. And listen, I'm not gonna pick on y'all because I get the organization gets a little iffy, and I don't talk shit to you guys. All right, I get it. All right, we're talking about the New York Yankees. All right, and I get it. Listen, we got cheated in 2017, but I actually don't want to hear that. We had a lot. So what happened 2019?
Yep.
Right.
I'm with you.
Cool. Knicks.
Patrick Ewing.
And I don't want to hear none of the conspiracies there either.
Nah,
because what's the owner's name? Oh, because this and that and the third, and no one wants to play for New York. It's still New York, bro.
Yo.
You guys couldn't sign KD. He goes to Brooklyn. Does nothing in Brooklyn.
No.
Absolutely nothing in Brooklyn. Now he's in Phoenix. So you guys lost out twice on KD. Could have kept him in New York.
Yeah.
He went to Phoenix. Okay? I am so sorry. I have to do this to you, okay?
Damn.
Top of the list, multiple years. Rangers, what's going on?
Yo, facts. Can't get it done, man.
And there's no conspiracy with the Rangers. The Rangers probably, out of all the teams, the Rangers probably have the best, I don't want to use the word excuses, but I'm going to use the word excuses. The best excuse, because honestly, every year they lose to the NHL champion. So the Rangers is kind of like, you know what, you're accepted. I'm not talking about the Islanders, because we're not talking about the Islanders. I'm not talking about the Jets, let's be honest.
Or the Bills.
No offense. Derek Jeter said it the best. I'm not talking about the Mets. It's just the Mets.
That's a fact.
Okay? And if we're going to throw the Devils in there, because I guess it's in this area, no. Am I missing any New York team?
The Bills.
Okay, let's be honest.
Let's
be honest. Bills too. Come on, man. Come on.
Bills bill it, man.
You guys been on top how many years and can't get over the hump? What again? Whatever the excuse. No. No, find a way. Find it. Okay. No. Oh, we got to go through the Chiefs. Oh, we got to go through Burrow the 1 year. Oh, okay.
Okay.
You guys had top 5 defenses, in the last 4 years? I think 2 of those years. You guys have a top 3, to most eyes, a top 3 quarterback. To most eyes, at least a top 7 wide receiver. Along with 2 really good, if not decent, tight ends. Right? Am I off on any of these?
No.
Your running back, I'm not saying he's freaking Derrick Henry. But if he could get the first down, he's going to get it.
James Cook is pretty good.
And didn't have damn, what's the other guy they had?
Maybe not top 10, but
he's good.
He's good.
Now, listen, you can argue with me, coaching, blah, 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 did that. I get it. Listen, I talk about Boone day in and day out. But at the end of the day,
boy Boone, man.
At the end of the day, if I check the roster against the rest of the league, there's really no excuse. The players got to play the game, right?
That's a fact.
So, all that hoopla to tell you guys, y'all Knicks fans just I get it. I'm not here to talk shit about you guys, but the New York the fan base just gets a little crazy. Everybody always wants to talk about Philly and Dallas, and I'm like, you guys been to New York? You guys spoke to any of the New York fans? Now, Philly, you guys are just dangerous.
Yeah.
Dallas, you guys are just like, you live in like La La Land, and I'm not talking about Los Angeles.
Nah.
That was my rant. I'm sorry, I went too much. I didn't mean to do that. It just
went.
kind of came out. Yeah. Oh, that clip is gonna go off. Moving on. Eli, you ever heard of the balloon challenge or whatever? I think it's called the balloon challenge.
No, I have never heard of the balloon.
All right, the balloon challenge is this, brother. I think it's like a group of like 10 girls, and it could be guys because I think they do both.
Oh.
And they're standing there in line. They each have a balloon.
Oh, I think I have seen it. Okay,
right?
Okay.
And I think they're called bachelors. I could be wrong, but men come in and either on site or after asking questions, the girls pop the balloons, signaling, excuse me, wow, English, right? Signaling that they are not interested.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. That's not the story.
Okay.
The story is this. If you were in that line and some girl came in, wow, no pun intended there, with, disregarding the looks, I'm not going off the looks. What is one question you would ask her to see if you're even interested in this girl?
This is a good one.
A very good question.
Oh, man. What is the first question I would ask?
You want me to go? I'll tell you mine.
I think I have one or two in my head.
Okay.
But you can go
You're
first.
going to laugh.
So
and you know what? I don't care. I have a very deep and logical reason to this question.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
You ready?
Go ahead.
This is literally my question I'm asking them. Do you know how to change the oil in your car?
Damn. You couldn't go with the easy one first?
No. This is the easiest, and I'm going to tell you why. You change your oil. We've been to the treehouse, right? How long does it take to change your oil?
30 minutes?
Probably less than that. How long does it take to set up an iPhone?
Not quick.
Right? Cool. The changing the oil and the setup of the iPhone, to me, it's equivalent.
Yeah, it's quick.
As long as it takes you to set up an iPhone, a laptop, whatever, it's probably
the same.
You could probably do that, changing your oil, right? Now, what that also tells me is you had a father figure in your life. I'm back to that shit.
Oh my.
I'm back to that shit.
All right. Here we go.
Right?
Uh-huh.
You had a father figure in your life. So what that tells me is I don't got to worry about any daddy issues.
Yo.
1.
I'm going to keep it a buck.
2, that also tells me, no, I'm not done here. 2, 2, okay, cool. Maybe you didn't have a dad, but maybe you had brothers that showed you. So once again, you had a male figure.
I'm a bad brother.
Damn.
Hey, time out. You don't have a car, so
that's fine. All right, that's okay. No. But wait, there's a reason. I'm going to give them a leeway if they don't know how to change it.
Okay.
Change the oil. I'm gonna get to if you can't change the oil, then here's a scrub. Show me how to clean the toilet. Hey man, listen, if you can't.
How do you go from that to that, bro?
Because papi, life skills. Life skills, okay?
Nah, bro.
So anyways, we're going to go back to this.
Okay, yeah, bro.
Go back to this.
Bro.
You had at least, that tells me you had daddy presence.
Okay.
If not, brother presence.
Uh-huh.
Okay? What that also tells me, if you had one of those, you had a very good, upbringing. You were taught very well. Okay. I don't have to worry about a ratchet, freaking self-centered bitch.
Wow.
Excuse me on the word. Beba, excuse me. I know you're in here somewhere. Right? Also, this tells me that you can learn on the fly. You're trying to learn how to survive in the wilderness. I don't got to teach you things.
Nah, there's no way.
Even though I probably should teach you a few things here and there, but this is a basic thing. We're talking about changing an oil. It's not the brakes. It's not the tire. I mean, you should learn how to change a tire too.
That would be my first one.
You should learn how to change a tire, because if you're going, all you girls like to go on to the beach and shit with your friends, and if you pop a tire, who's changing the tire when it's a car full of women?
That would be my first one. Not an oil change, bro.
Okay, but it's if we really get to it, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
I mean, yes.
If you know how to change an oil, you probably know how to change a tire. And if you know how to change a tire,
you can learn how to do oil.
Okay. You see where Nefty is at?
Yo, my boy's on.
Depending on the answer, I'm either not popping or I'm popping this balloon.
Okay.
That's my question.
All right, my question would be my question would be how much money I need to make sure you're happy.
Okay. Fuck. We're gonna move on. That's not the question you should be asking. Fuck. Because, come on, why you do that to yourself? Why do you do that to yourself?
Off rip, I don't know. Off rip. I don't know.
Actually, I do know.
I don't know. Come on, baby.
Damn. The feds are watching. I probably shouldn't say it. But there is a question you should ask. You, Eli Vasquez. No, there's a question you should ask.
That would be... the first question is that one.
And then the second one?
That would be third question. There might be a second one.
You know what I'm referring to.
I know, 100%. Okay. But it's on there.
At least we know. I'm not going to say it. I'm sorry. Yo, viewers and listeners, sorry. I can't say it. I don't want to. I already started way too many world wars in the past few episodes.
But that would be my first one. That will let me know. It'll give me an eye for where you at in the head.
How much money? What'd you say? How much money do I need to make you happy?
Uh-huh.
Coño, mijo. Let me tell you, brother. You're setting yourself up, bro. Because
you'll know.
Again, Beba, I know you're here somewhere. Sorry, I'm not trying to disrespect you. But you know, they're gonna just throw in. They don't know how to count. They're gonna throw a number. You better make 125,000. They can't even. If I give them a piece of paper and pen, they can't write 125,000.
But that's exactly.
You know how many women with degrees? You guys pay. Ah, man, I can get disrespectful right now. I really can. I really can, and I should chill.
If that happens, immediately.
If I hear, my man better make 125, red flag, pop.
Exactly. Keep it pushing.
Actually, spell 125,000.
It gets critical.
Am I off?
Nah.
I could be the most hated man right now. I don't give a fuck. I'm actually done with y'all women. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm done with women. I'm not saying I'm gonna go gay. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm done with y'all. I'm just gonna.
I'm off for the year.
Yeah, like Canada.
The two.
Like Canada. Oh, Canada. Yeah. Okay. Diablo. He said, "How much money do I need to make?" My boy just set himself up for failure. Jesus. Okay. Speaking about money. Eli, should broke men date?
No, bro. No, son.
Off rip, just no.
No, bruh. No. If you got no money, stay your ass home. No, don't stay home. Go work.
You ain't got no money.
Go
take
work,
your broke ass home.
Go work. And what's the definition of broke, bro? Because this is also.
So you know what's crazy? Oh my God, bro! I have it literally. Maybe it's not there. Maybe it's on my phone. Bro, I literally have the word broke in like quotation marks.
Bro.
You know why? Because wow, this guy's Potter of the Year. You're absolutely right. I need you women to define what's your like definition of broke. Because am I broke, right? Am I considered broke if I pay for my car note, my insurance, the rent is paid, I got groceries, I just probably can't take you out to La Marina or some shit. But hey, I got a roof that we could fuck in under. You know, I could drive you around. I could cook you a meal because I got groceries. I just can't take you to wherever. I can't take you to Edgewater for a $300 dinner. Am I broke?
No.
But to women, he doesn't take me out on dates. He doesn't buy me flowers. First of all, women that like flowers, yeah, fuck you. Fuck you.
Why the flowers?
Bro, I'm buying you. First of all, I'm spending at least, if they want a good set of flowers, how much is a good set?
Like $45.
I was just about to say $50. $45 to $50, right?
Yeah.
For what though? For 2 fucking days. In 2 days, them shits is looking droopier than some of your tits.
You don't know. Yeah, bro.
No, and then they want to, but buy me the flower that doesn't die. You want to know how much that bitch is?
$100.
The fuck? I might as well save that and take you to dinner at Edgewater. That's my issue, bro. So your question in the balloon challenge, you're fucked, kid.
100%.
125K. That's what you're gonna hear.
Yo, how much the ring need to be, bro?
Let's not do that. Let's fucking not do that today. All right? Yo, I don't want to get into that.
At least 20,000.
When I went ring shopping, the numbers that were being thrown at me, I said, "You said what, nigga?"
Yo, bro, it needs to be what is it, 20 or 30% of your income, Poppy?
I make $40K. Not really. I just threw a number out there.
So that's like five.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was in that ballpark.
Work. Yeah,
I was in that ballpark. I was good. The down payment. I was about to put the down payment too.
Damn.
The ball was about to start rolling. Unfortunately, the ref blew the whistle.
Called the flag.
A lot of colors on that flag.
Golly, damn! My bad. I set that one up so bad.
He said, "How much for the ring?" Wow, I did not think this segment was. We're gonna move on. I'm not doing it. No, we're moving on.
The Shabako.
Okay, we're going back to sports, gang. Wow.
Damn.
Aiyuk, Brandon Aiyuk, the diva of the year.
Facts.
Well, okay.
He's top
top three. No, it's top three because one of them was a diva. Lucky for him, he got traded to Houston.
Yeah.
Lucky for him, because if not, we would be hearing about his bitch ass too. And actually, we're gonna get to him in a second, in a few seconds, right? Brandon Aiyuk, diva of the year. He wants touches. He wants to leave this team because too much is on Debo and Kittles. First of all, Brandon, no offense, you are a very good player, but you're not Debo Samuels and you're not George Kittles. You're not even the third option. Because they have Christian McCaffrey in the backfield.
Yeah, man.
Okay? And to be honest, you might not be the fourth option. Because they might give they might think of Purdy before they think about you.
Nah, don't do that.
Hey. Listen, Brandon Aiyuk, since I don't know when, since he came out the womb, has just been arguing about touches and money and priority on the team, right? Cool, diva of the year, right? Now, I don't want to say that you shouldn't get your money. That's not what I'm trying. This is not the argument that I'm trying to have here. The argument I'm trying to have here is beggars really can't be choosers.
Yeah.
And I know how the NFL is. I pray for you wide receivers and I pray for you running backs because you guys are out there getting smashed and don't get paid. I get it. I'm with you on that. What I'm not with you on is you argue and you bitch and you moan about I want my touches, I want my money. San Fran goes out and finds 2 destinations for you that literally checks all the boxes. Yeah. You get your money, and you're going to be WR1.
Yeah.
And what do you say?
No.
You turn down the New England Patriots, right? They're about to make you the second highest wide receiver in the league. Second highest.
Yeah, that's insane.
Behind JJ, I think, is the first.
Yeah.
Right? That means you'll be paid higher than Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. The list goes on. Tyreek Hill.
AJ Brown.
The list goes fucking on.
Yeah.
Right? Now. Oh, Jamar Chase?
Yeah.
No disrespect to you, Brandon, again. But you're not Jamar Chase. You're not Devontae Adams. You're not Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah. But whatever. Cool. Get your money. I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
But the Patriots were willing to give you that. And San Fran would still win because they were going to get, I forgot what wide receiver we were going to give up plus 2 draft picks. You said no. Why'd you say no? Because what? What's the most obvious thing about New England right now?
Can't win.
Okay. So what is it, diva? You want to be WR1 with the bag or you want to win?
Gotta pick one.
You can't get both in San Fran.
No.
And I know right now, I told you off camera, I know right now you're in conversations to get your extension, but you're probably still not going to get the money that you were going to get in New England and in Cleveland. Beggars can't be chooser. Cleveland were ready to send Amari Cooper, which would benefit San Fran. And with that means you automatically turn into WR1 because what other wide receiver? No offense to Cleveland, sorry, I don't know the rest of your wide receiver core. But they don't have another wide receiver that's probably better than Brandon Aiyuk.
Nope.
And I think they're also going to send a couple draft picks. So both teams win. Excuse me. Both teams win along with you, Brandon. You get your money and you become WR1. I don't know who said no in this. I don't know if it was San Fran that said no or Brandon, but someone said no.
Damn. That's crazy.
What is it that you want, brother? Get your bag. I'm not here to argue that. But if you want the bag, don't argue about winning. If you want to win, don't argue about bag.
Yeah.
You're not going to get both.
Nope.
I mean, you could get it again. You're in talks too with your own organization to get an extension. You're probably going to get a decent bag, and you stay on a Super Bowl contending team.
100%.
So that's that. If you want both, that is your only option, unless somehow, which I don't think it will ever happen now with these past 2 Super Bowl L's, unless somehow San Fran and Kansas City have a conversation, and that's not happening. Brandon, I don't know what to tell you. That's all I have for you. Leave this alone because you got something to say about Ceedee.
Yeah.
And I'll take a backseat to that one.
I just don't see him re-signing with the Cowboys. There's just too much going on. You got the big Jefe and the owner saying, hey, we're going to take our time. You got him going on Twitter, going back at him saying LOL. You got him going on Twitter taking off all his Cowboys gear. You got him with a picture with Hollywood Brown and him back in college. And that boy played for the Chiefs. And we all know the Chiefs have been looking for number 1.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get JJ until Minnesota said, nah, here's the bag, brother.
Yeah, here's the bag. And this is what I say to you Cowboys fans. Do not let Ceedee end up with the freaking Chiefs, bro. Because I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm a Giants fan, but I'm one of the ones where hey, salute. If you good, if you nice, I'm going to salute you. That boy Ceedee Lamb is nice. He is nice. He's with the top dogs. He just plays with the Cowboys.
They've had multiple nice receivers. I don't know what it is in Dallas. You guys just don't know how to manage your receivers.
I don't get it.
One year, you guys had Amari Cooper, Ceedee Lamb, and what's homeboy's name? I forgot his name. But you guys had all 3 of these guys.
Yeah,
with
man.
Zeke still in kind of prime form and this dude in the quarterback.
Scary.
And somehow.
And blew it.
And actually, my little side point, I'm going to get to that once you're done with your little rant or your CD rant. Because I got I thought about something and I was like, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah, man, I don't know what they're doing. They have a situation where they got CD, they got to worry about Dak, and they got to go ahead and worry about Parsons.
Yeah. And the problem is, all 3 are looking to be the highest paid in their position.
In each position. Somebody's got to go.
And if it's not any of those 3, that means someone else that helps is going to go. Because, cool, you pay Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
In a couple years, homeboy Trayvon Diggs is going to be knocking on the door and say, hey, by the way, here's my stats. I'm top 3 in this position. I want to be paid top 1.
Critical.
Right? I don't know if they still have Stefon Gilmore. I'm not saying he's going to get paid as well, but let's say if you kind of want to keep that defensive core, Gilmore ain't no scrub.
Nope.
And I haven't even touched your middle linebackers, both O and D line, because that's very important for you guys. Yeah. You guys have one of the best O and D lines in the league.
Yeah, they had a small window, and it's about to get smaller. They're in shambles, bro. And the thing is, like, what do? Do you get, do you keep Dak and you get Parsons and you let Ceedee walk? Because then you're like, all right, we'll figure out what a receiving core that's not going to freaking give out $56 million a year. Or do you keep Ceedee and you keep Dak, but then you give up Parsons and that part of the defense that, dude, he's literally top 5, maybe top 2, and you got to give him up.
I think one of the issues that Dallas has is Dallas has money. Unfortunately for them, they do tend to throw the money around. Yeah. But now you threw money to Zeke a couple years back. You've thrown money here and there with certain positions, right? Now you're in a position where literally, if we could really make a list, your top 3 best players are now asking for money, and you're looking like, damn, we could probably only sign 1 or 2 of you. If you somehow, listen, I'm not in the organization, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a professional. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm an NFL freaking payroll accountant. But I'm pretty sure if you didn't throw so much money around in other positions, you might have had enough to sign all three of these guys.
Yeah.
Dallas has money. I mean, aren't they ranked in the top major sports in America, the top 3 or top 2?
Yeah, they're up
Most
there.
valuable or whatever? You have the money.
I don't know if they want to spend a freaking $500 million.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's a very good point. But you can't be stingy in your money.
Look what Los Angeles did. I'm just saying.
You can't be... See, and that's the thing. You can't be stingy with your money and then also want to win.
Yeah.
You want to win and keep your players happy and keep prime players? Pay.
Yeah. It's tough. Tough. This is going to be a debacle there with the Cowboys.
Now, that same window that you're saying that's closing, I got a little scenario for you, brother. The Cowboys have been 12-5 the last 3 seasons. No playoff wins. I thought of a little scenario, right? I just feel like this one player probably played on this team at the wrong time. And I think if you substitute Dak Prescott and put in Tony Romo, prime Tony Romo, excuse me. Because I know at the end of his career it was kind of a little shaky. If you put prime Tony Romo, that I'm talking about 13-3 or whatever that crazy year that they had that they lost to the Packers. They're winning a Super Bowl in these past 3 seasons. Especially, what was it, last year or 2 years ago when they had that crazy defense? 2 years, because 2 years ago was the Rams and Bengals Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Or 3 years ago, because now technically Chiefs are back-to-back.
Yep.
So technically 3 years ago, excuse me. No offense to the Bengals and no offense to the Rams. That Cowboys team, with a Tony Romo, prime Tony Romo,
would have won.
I think is winning that Super Bowl.
That's tough.
I know this is a conspiracy, but what I'm trying to say with this theory or conspiracy or whatever is the Dallas Cowboys should probably be thinking about a certain type of quarterback instead of Dak.
You know the tough thing is, man, is that when you look at his numbers, it screams like great player, but when it matters most, and it's time to get over the hump, it's another James Harden, it's another Clayton Kershaw. Statistically, they're
move this way, move closer to me.
Statistically, they're elite. You know, they're over here screenshotting freaking Dak against Mahomes, but we gotta understand that on paper it may look similar, but it's 2 different quarterbacks. And when it comes to the playoffs, there's a certain level of play that during the season, yeah, they may be close, but then Patrick then does this.
Yeah.
Where Dak, on the other hand, instead of elevating, it kind of goes a little bit more lower, where you're throwing pick six, you're throwing
I'm glad you said
in tight spaces where you shouldn't maybe be throwing the needle in some of those places. And that cost you. And especially last year going against a rookie quarterback, and hey, Jordan Love, shout out to you. But you can't start off the game like that against a team that realistically shouldn't have done that to you or almost out-handedly beat the 49ers.
Yeah,
so what I have to say about Dak is it sucks to say that he has to go, but that might be their only real choice.
And I'm sorry, man. I defended Dak a lot of years, bro. A lot of those early years, everybody's like, "Oh, Dak this, Dak that," and I'm like, "Nah, bro. He's a decent quarterback. He just needs to develop a little bit more, maybe have a better O line." And literally, they gave him the O line. They started giving him what do you call this? Weapons, right?
Yeah.
They changed the head coach from Garrett to McCarthy. Now, I mean, that's a whole different conversation, but fuck it, right? And it's just like you said. They always compare him to Josh Allen, but the difference is when Josh Allen, and you said this right last week, when Josh Allen throws a pick six, it's 60 yards down the field not pick six, a pick. It's 60 yards down the field that when they pick it, they still got to go 70 yards this way.
Yeah.
when Dak throws a pick, it's literally a pick 6.
Yeah.
If not at the 30-yard line, that with 2 plays, it's a 7. It's a TD.
Yeah, man.
You know, and it's Dak. I think me, not speaking for anybody else. I'm done, bro. I try to defend you, and I try to give you time, and I try to tell other people, yo, you got to give that boy time, but time is no longer on your hands, bro. But Dak's what, 28, almost 30, or at least 30?
Maybe.
No,
I don't really know.
I might be off, but your clock is ticking, and it might be ticking faster, because there's a lot of young quarterbacks now that are going to surpass you.
Yeah, man.
You know, now. Speaking of Josh Allen this past week has, through OTAs and stuff like that, has been asked if they miss or if he misses Stefon Diggs.
I'm going to be honest. I think the media, twisted that a little bit.
Okay.
Only because when I saw this, I'm like, nah, no way. And then I go listen to the whole thing that he said. And it starts off by saying,
he's a great player, blah, blah.
Blah, blah,
he's one
blah.
of the greatest, yeah.
And then he goes in, he has to, being a Bills quarterback and being their captain, he's gonna obviously keep it real to a certain extent, and which is, hey, we got the players that we got. I'm kind of getting this chemistry with this receiving core, and with my tight ends, and so I think he said the right thing. I just think they took the words as like, hey, we're gonna twist his arm a little bit and see what he says.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I think he said the right thing. Especially with Diggs.
It's kind of their job, but
yeah.
Even though it's foul, but that's what they're there for.
And I think he answered it honestly, because it's like, yo, he's a great player. Right now we don't have him, and I'm gonna talk about my team, and that's what he went ahead and did. And look, all of last year when they switched to offensive coordinator, he didn't get as many touches. And that was because we transitioned into, hey, we're gonna run the ball, and it's gonna be a 1-2. It's gonna be a 2-step drop.
Yeah. Basically,
it's gonna be quick. It's not gonna be anything double moves, not all that good stuff that Diggs likes to do. And they kind of like went away from him a little bit, and I think that's why Diggs was upset the way he was, because he wanted to contribute. And for Diggs leaving, they're like, hey, the second half, it worked. We obviously used him. We're gonna miss him, but I think we have something here in this second half of the season that we saw that worked. Now we can get a wide receiver that can go ahead, be in that short intermediate routes, and fulfill that hole. I think they're gonna be all right, because you got Kincaid, you got Knox. We saw how James Cook did in that second half. They're gonna be all right. Now defensively, they lost a couple guys. But offensively, I think they found something, and if they get a wide receiver, they're going to be in a good spot.
Everything you said was perfect. But I'm going to play the asshole role.
Ah, golly.
I actually really like that again,
it's hard.
He said the correct things, obviously, when you listen to the full thing. But the way the media twisted it, I still liked it. Because you know what? Yes, Stefon. You are top 7, we'll say top 10.
Yeah.
You're a top 10 wide receiver. You really are. Right? Am I going to miss you? Probably. But guess what? You're no longer on your team. I can't say, I don't give a fuck anymore, bro. I got to work with what I have. I can't say, me, Josh Allen, probably a captain. Because I know football, you have multiple captains. A captain of the Buffalo Bills, if I on this camera go, yo, I'm going to miss him so much, what do you think Curtis Samuel is going to feel?
Exactly.
What do you think Coleman is going to feel? Damn, bro, my boy doesn't have that confidence in me? No. Hey, we did magical things. Fuck you now. You're a Texan. I got to work with what I got to work with. And I love these boys. So that's why I'm like, again, you're absolutely right. What you said was perfect. The overall picture of what Josh Allen said was exactly what he was supposed to say. But the twisted version, I'm still cool with. Because you have to kind of do that. You kind of have to be like, hey, man, we did great things. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it over the hump. Pause. But fuck you now.
Nah.
I don't have you here anymore. You're not a Bill. So
that's a fact.
Speaking of locker rooms, sort of. I'm gonna break this down a little bit because you were telling me off camera you did not know anything about this, right? So I don't know if it was this week or maybe a week and a half ago or whatever the case may be. There was a report I saw. Let me say that. There was a report I saw, especially on media day. What's his name? I forgot his name. I have it written down here because I'm gonna forget. Nick Sirianni or whatever, however you pronounce his name, right?
Guy.
Right. Him and Jalen Hurts weren't seeing eye to eye. And due to that fact, the Eagles locker room was divided. Now they didn't say at what point in the season, except for one point that I will bring in a second. Right? So they didn't say, excuse me, they didn't say if it was the whole season, at what point of the season, half the season. They just said that the locker room was divided. Right? Now, when they were talking to Nick about this, Nick then goes, because I guess the conversation of, yo, you guys started 10-1, and literally after that imploded crazy. Yeah. One of the not greatest, excuse me. One of the craziest downfalls we've seen for a top team. I'm talking about like you got, bro.
The wins they had, bro. I'm like, oh, maybe they got a shot. We might.
No, and the crazy part is, the first game of the season was against the Patriots.
Yeah.
We lose by 4, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it was a close game.
4, and we were fucking throwing this dart down their throat. We were about to score. Unfortunately, that last offensive call, I don't understand what was happening there, but we're not going to get into it, right? So you almost, not saying that you lost to us, but you almost did, right? You know, the first couple of games, I'm like, oh, damn. The Eagles don't really look like the Eagles.
Yeah, questionable.
But it could be, slow start, maybe Super Bowl high or whatever the case may be. I get it. Nick then goes, because I was, again, the conversation of being 10-1 and then the downfall. They asked him, and he said, and I quote, this is not Nefty saying, I quote, at 10-1, people still walked around stuck on the Super Bowl loss. Listen, I get it.
Yo, 11 weeks is a long-ass time.
But you're 10-1, right?
Yeah.
You're 10-1. You have the best record in the NFL. You're number 1 overall, not in the NFC. Overall, because at this point, what were the Chiefs? 12-4, whatever the heck they were, right? And I know the 49ers were, but I think the 49ers were also, they lost like 3 games in a row at one point in the season, right? You're 10-1. You're looking like you're going back to the Super Bowl. What the fuck do you mean you're still walking around thinking about the Super Bowl loss?
Yeah, that's dumb.
And now that makes sense in why the locker room is divided, right? Because Jalen Hurts is I know he's like a, damn, this sounds so wrong. I know he's like a Bible kid or is he Christian? I don't know what he is, but I know
he uses philosophy.
He's religious, yes. He's religious, right? We'll say that word. So he's probably in that locker room with positivity, high positivity energy and stuff like that. Trying to tell, yo, guys, we're 10-1, blah, blah, blah. What is Nick saying? As the head coach, we're 10-1, and you're realizing that a lot of the locker room still has their head down because of a Super Bowl loss literally a year ago. What are you saying? Because we can kind of assume what Jalen is probably saying. Yeah. He's probably John 13:6 at paragraph, whatever, is probably saying. So I don't know if that's a real verse. I'm just saying. So excuse me for the Bible thumpers. What are you saying, Nick, as the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles?
I don't know.
It makes complete sense why from 10-1 you guys end up what, 10-8, 10-7?
Bro, it was gross.
11-7 or whatever the fuck it was.
To the Giants, bro. That's when I knew. I said, huh. Don't lose to us.
That Jets loss that we remember we watched that Jets loss.
Yeah, man.
That Jets loss, I thought about it when I saw this. I kind of went back a little bit. That Jets loss made a lot of sense.
Bro,
and at the time, I don't think people realized that.
I'm gonna be honest. They shouldn't even have made the playoffs, bro.
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
They made it? I don't remember that.
Yeah, bro. They didn't make it.
I don't remember if they made it or not. And if they did, they must have
no,
got
they
bounced
didn't.
right the fuck out.
Maybe they didn't make it. No, did it? He played with a hurt hand.
They might have, because I think wasn't Dallas the wild card. That's why they played the
Right.
Texans, right?
Damn.
So maybe they did make it. Regardless, I'm with you. 10-1.
They should have been worse.
10-1. You lose 7 of the last 8 games or whatever it was, and you're still thinking about last year's Super Bowl. Yeah, don't even step on playoff grounds.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they better figure it out this year. Gotta figure it out.
Well, hey, listen.
Yo, because my thing is, bro, A.J. Brown, bro, was going against Tyreek Hill one-on-one, bro, for almost pushing 2,000 yards receiving. And my boy has the epic downfall. Then you had the, what's his name's? Oh, my God. The second wide receiver with his hamstring injury. Yeah. He was hurting.
Oh, yeah, they did. They got bum rushed by Tampa Bay.
That's right.
32-9.
That's right. They should have never made the playoffs. Bro, they should have.
It's Tampa Bay. They made the playoffs as under 500, right?
Nah, I don't know. Bro,
I could be wrong. I'm sorry. Let me not disrespect Tampa Bay like that.
Don't do that to Baker Mayfield, my boy.
Nah, he did his thing.
Yo, Mike Evans, bro. Going stupid.
Hey, man. That's my guy.
Stupid.
That's my guy, baby.
Godwin, stupid.
Damn, Jorge Soler, bro.
Stupid.
No, but you're absolutely right. They need to figure it out because, listen, you have two. You have at least one top 5 wide receiver if you don't want to add Devontae. Devontae, we can argue if he's top 10, top 15. Top 20.
Top 20.
Okay, but that's fine. You got 2 wide receivers that are top 20 at the very least.
Yeah.
Right? You have a quarterback that a lot of people think is top 10. This podcast is going to say otherwise, but for the sake of the argument, right? Cool. Excuse me.
You tight end?
Yeah, you have...
Goddard? Goddard's good, man.
What, top 5? Top 10? At least top 10?
At least top 10.
Top 10 tight end. You just signed... Top 5?
At least top 5.
Running back.
I don't know what other I'm going to put in front of him.
Right? Regardless if you lost Kelsey, your O-line is still considered a decent O-line.
Nah.
Probably not anymore. I know we think differently because obviously last year was a fucking debacle.
Yeah.
But whatever, right? And your defense isn't scrubs. Especially being that they signed, didn't they sign they signed some defensive back or whatever.
That Barberry, bro, my boy, he gotta go, bro. I never seen somebody get
torched.
He got torched more than freaking Eli Apple.
Torched.
Worse than Eli Apple.
And wasn't Eli Apple on the Bucks?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Anyways, or no, he's still on Bengals.
He probably, maybe you might be right.
Excuse me. The Eagles. To be honest, bro, it's like Kansas City just in the NFC. Like, I don't see the Eagles, the Eagles shouldn't start bad or play bad. You should still be a top team in the NFC.
Yeah.
Looking it on paper. Yeah. Because obviously, 10-1, it flipped very quickly for you guys. Yeah. Right?
When they got beat by the 49ers pretty bad, I said, ooh.
Yeah, that was
a slaughterhouse.
And that, if you watch receivers, they talk about that game. The 49ers, man,
They was like, yeah, you think I got us last year in the playoffs?
Yeah. Check this out.
Hold this.
Right? If you guys have a slow start, a bad season, whatever the case may be, Nick, you're in trouble, number 1. And Nick's definitely in trouble because I hate it because to me it's like, bro, you're done. That's it. Just give up. There's news saying that if Nick is fired, who do you think is give me a good guess?
Don't say him.
Who do you think they're thinking of replacing him with?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say it.
You're not?
No, just start with a B.
It starts with 2 B's, back to back. It starts with 2 B's back to back.
Nah.
There's rumors going around that if Nick gets fired, the Philadelphia Eagles is looking to replace him with the one and the only Bill Belichick.
Yo, he should have just took the job of the 49ers, man.
He should have. But remember, before that whole hoopla, the Eagles were already looking into it, and they said, no, we're going to stick with Nick. So I do believe that if Nick somehow is still in the hot seat and shits the bed again, sorry. But Bill's in the rearview mirror.
Damn.
So hot seat. And we can probably also look up a bunch of the coaches, assistant coaches, defensive coaches, QB coach.
Yeah.
Because there's no way with this roster on paper, once again, it's on paper, you guys are a bad team.
Yeah.
Barring injuries, anything,
yeah.
you know? All right, bro.
Aaron
Last but certainly not least, you brought this up a little bit. I know we don't have that much time. But our boy Aaron Judge, man, he's been on a tear. And it looks like he might be, you know, knock on wood, everything goes smooth, no injuries or no nothing. Yeah. It looks like my boys might be picking up another MVP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
That's not the story here, though, right?
That is not the story here.
The story is that this should be his third MVP in a row.
100%. 100%.
You want to let the viewers and listeners know why?
Back to back to back. 3.
Trace.
Damn. When he got hurt in the warning track in LA, bro, my boy was hooping. If you go look at his stats, bro, he didn't miss a significant amount of games to be like, we can't give it to him. When you're batting 300 and you have 40 home runs and you have about freaking 80, 90 RBIs, you should be considered. And for him to not even be in contention of an MVP was mind-blowing. And the fact that there's a lot of people saying that the race is close. The race is close?
Yeah.
There's no gap. There's no gap. That without Aaron Judge, they're all right? What are they smoking, bro? Without Aaron Judge, the Yankees are not making the playoffs.
Well,
without this man.
It showed.
He was gone, and it went
left quickly.
You're telling me this Aaron Judge, 321, 45 home runs, and gonna hit 100 RBIs with a slug of 1.086?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. We look bad once we lost Stanton. If we lose Judge,
brother, what? I don't care that he bats 341 and he has 20. I don't care. Just bat 321 with 40 and 100. I don't care. I don't care.
Well, yeah, I know that. Well, last year, everybody's going to say no, but Ohtani deserved it. And the only reason Ohtani got it is because of pitching. Let's be honest. The only reason Ohtani got it was because he pitched. Right?
He did both.
Because now the batting stats, Ohtani still edged Judge, but I'm talking about like two points in each category. Average, home runs, and everything. Ohtani did have more than Judge. Now, Judge played 26 games less in 2023. He played 26 games less than Ohtani. And 2, I told you through text, if we take Ohtani off the Angels are still horrible.
Yeah.
Right? Even with Ohtani on the Angels are still horrible. Judge on the Yankees, we were looking at least a wild card spot last year.
Yep.
The moment Judge got hurt,
we knew season was over.
And to me, again, if we take Ohtani's pitching out, that means way more than 2 percentage points in each category.
Yeah.
Now, on to this year, you're absolutely right. Listen, I get you're batting 341, bro. Good shit, kid. You're doing an amazing job, I'm going to be honest with you. Honestly, you actually are, in my opinion, I think you're a little bit underrated because every time someone talks about shortstops, no one talks about Bobby Witt.
No.
Nobody. I know Gunner's doing his thing. I know Seager's Seager, and I get it. But Bobby Witt Jr. is not a fucking scrub.
No.
Now, we're not talking about if you're good or not. We're talking about if you're MVP or not. And listen, brother, it's only your second year. You're going to have way more opportunities. You're not an MVP this year. If the things stay the way they stay or are right now, you're not MVP. And I get that you have, 30 points over Judge in the average? Cool. Judge has 20 home runs over you. Judge has like 60 RBIs over you. Judge has about 0.400 more points in slugging percentage, or not slugging, OPS over you. We're not talking 2 percentage points. These are significant differences.
Yeah.
Okay? And then once again, Kansas City's balling out. We haven't seen it, but I can probably make the argument that if Kansas City somehow loses Bobby Witt, it's not the same if the Yankees lose Aaron Judge.
It's not.
I can make the argument. We already seen it with Stanton. I already said it. Stanton, a lot of y'all can, obviously it's blatant. Stanton is not Judge. But once we lost Stanton, we went from the first team winning 50 games, to a team that couldn't win 4 games at home.
Yeah.
Just because in our lineup we lose one batter. Imagine if we lose Judge.
Yeah. It'll go dark real quick.
Come on, bro. What? This should be his, well, third or fourth?
Third.
Just third. He only has that one, right?
Yep.
Okay. This should be his third. 3 in a row. Again, Ohtani because of pitching, I get it. If he didn't pitch, I don't get it. I don't. This should be Judge's third MVP. Barring any injuries. Because obviously there's 40 games left. A lot can happen in those 40 games. But that's all I have.
Same.
Gang, if you guys enjoyed this up and down episode, because we've been everywhere in this episode, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We will greatly appreciate it. Our listeners on Spotify and Apple, make sure you guys give us a follow. If you haven't rated us, make sure you guys give us 5 stars. If you don't want to give us 5 stars, please let us know in the YouTube comments as to why, so we can fix it. And at the same time, we will greatly appreciate it if you donate to the pod to a great cause. Donate to a great cause. Yeah. All right? Me and Eli want M5s, baby.
Yeah.
Donate to that. All right? I don't have to do a GoFundMe.
Yeah. Do $3.
You feel me?
Like...
And on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that note. I mean, I think you could do it on Apple and Spotify too, but hit that notification bell so you never miss another drop. Yeah. Gang, we love you guys. Make sure you tell someone you love them.
Peace.